Hey guys, welcome back to another live video here at Pocket Broker, guys. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Giorgino. I want to welcome every single one of you here. We are back, guys. It's Sunday. Hope you're having all a nice day. So today's video, guys, is technically about you. So you are the ones who are going to be telling me how to place trades. I hope you came prepared. I hope you have some kind of strategy, or maybe you've already looked at some currency pairs that you would like to have a look at. Or, of course, we can also analyze those currency pairs as well together and decide whether we go long or short. Let's dive right into the platform. Here we are, guys. Of course, as usual, the official Pocket Broker, Pocket Broker platform, and of course, the official Pocket Broker YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, I would really much appreciate it, guys. If you enjoy this video, if it brings you some kind of knowledge or something that also helps you with your trading as well, I'd very much appreciate it, guys. If you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, turn on the notifications so you don't miss live videos like this. So, so as you guys know, guys, we are trading on a weekend, which means we are trading OTC. So technically, we don't really care about market news because there is no market news on the weekend. So no market news can actually affect the currency pairs and the movements as we see now on the platform. So what I'm going to do, because what is more to my advantage and what should be also in your advantage, if you're trading on the weekend, you should be looking at higher percentage returns. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that you need to only focus on the higher percentage returns. Of course, what do I mean is that if a currency pair gives you a high percentage return, like let's say this one, but it doesn't align with your strategy because let's say now this is a downtrend, you are trading, let's say, ranging markets and nothing to do with downtrends, then of course you can always avoid that. So let me pick a few currency pairs with the highest percentage returns. So you can actually also look and analyze the markets together. I think we have enough currency pairs for the moment. Of course, we can always come back to that and change them because sometimes the currency pairs and the returns, they might change, but 92% is pretty perfect, pretty very, very good returns. If you ask me, when you're trading binary options, I say this all the time because 92% return and you can trade as low as just 3 seconds. I think that's kind of insane, even though 3 seconds I think is extremely insane because 3 seconds is technically, I mean, as soon as you just inhale and exhale, the trade is over. So you're either going to make 92% profit or you're going to lose all your investment. So that is the beauty about the options. You have actually fast expiry times, but at the same time, you also have high returns. But of course, it comes with high risk as well. And that is why we do those educational videos. We show strategies, risk management, money management. So let me say hi to every single one of you guys from here. Florence Delor Echo says how to start. Well, you've come to the right channel. If this is your first time trading, Florence, I would advise go to the YouTube channel, go to the library and find videos that can actually give you more and more insight, how the platform works. And on top of that, you can always take advantage, of course, of the demo account, which all you have to do is click over here and then, you know, switch to the demo account where you don't risk real funds. Once you're comfortable, you understand the platform, then you can move on to the real account. Frank Zone says, I'm waiting for next update. I'm not sure what kind of update we are talking about here. So if you can give me more information about that, I very much appreciate it. FC Fire Prevention is back. Hello from Canada. Welcome back, my friend. So guys, let's take a look at some currency pairs. Before I do that also, I would like to let you all know that of course I am going to be sharing with you a 100% deposit bonus, so stay tuned. I am going to be sharing the 100% deposit bonus along this video, so make sure you stay tuned because I will share it anytime. So all right. I see a 69% here, which I'm not interested. Bright Real says, greetings from Ghana. Another great day to make good profit. My friend, welcome back. Welcome back. FC Power Venture says, I like taking advantage of things too. Well, I hope that the 100% deposit bonus will actually be useful for you as well. So you can take advantage of that. So, guys, have you looked at any currency pair that you would like to place a trade? Have you made some analysis, or should I go ahead and do some analysis for you and then we look at this together? So, in this particular, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be using a 1 minute expiry time, sorry, 1 minute candlestick time frame, 2 minute expiration time. And what I'm going to be using today, unless you guys have a different way you would like to trade today, I'm actually going to be using the parabolic SAR. Let me just go ahead and make some visual changes, make it white so it's more visible. There we are. And perhaps I can also add the stochastic oscillator. Now, the parabolic SAR technically tells me if the trend is in a downward or in an uptrend, right? So it actually helps me to understand if we're in an uptrend or a downtrend. Now, the stochastic oscillator is technically similar as well, but it also gives me some kind of oversold, overbought, similar to the RSI, along with the momentum and also the direction of the trend as well. And of course, the crossovers where everybody typically believes that that is the moment where the price is actually changing direction, changing the direction, and if it's if the blue crosses the yellow line to the upside, then we're looking at a change of direction to the upside, and vice versa if it's on the upside and changing to the downside. Now, on top of that, what I'm also going to be using to help me is support and resistances. They're very, very important because support and resistances are actually made a very nice video. I think it was it was last week, about support and resistance. If you would like to learn more about them, make sure you watch my last video about support and resistance so we don't waste a lot of time on that. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put some levels. Technically, a support or resistance is technically some kind of zone where it actually tells me there is demand. Whether the demand is pushing the price lower, so that means it's a resistance, or the demand is pushing the price higher, which means it is a support level. Now, let's assume that this right here is a resistance level, resistance zone, right? Let me just copy this as well. Put one right over here. There we are. All right. So we have our resistance over here and our support over here. Now, of course, we can see that it has been tested many times, and then the price from the resistance, it got rejected and moved to the downside. The same can be said for the support level. So what we can do now, this would have been a nice entry because already the parabolic SAR is already above the bodies, which means that we are in a downtrend. So right here, as soon as it entered this zone, I should have pressed a sell trade because I had two confirmations. First, it was my resistance zone over here. Then I had the parabolic SAR. Now, yes, the stochastic is not giving me the perfect entry point, but that's still all right because we are trading short expiry times. So I mean, I do understand that stochastic cannot be 100% perfect. And of course, that can be said also about different technical indicators as well. All right, let's see what we can do here. Guys, make sure that you actually tell me how you would like to place a trade. Should I trade with 100? Should I trade with 50? You know what? Let's start with $50. All right. Now, if the price retests this zone over here, I'm going to open a sell trade. Remember, my expiry time is 2 minutes only. So we are trading short expiry times, 1 minute candlestick time frame. Let's see. I am getting ready. Again, I missed that. I missed that opportunity. No worries. We can see that it goes all the way up here. So that is a perfect support level here. and a resistance level for this one over here. Okay, let's open a sell trade. All right, so I open a sell trade given the fact that the parabolics are still showing that the level is out to the downside. Even though this is a strong bodied candle over here, I do see parabolics are being printed at the bottom, which could be a change in shifting to the upside, but I don't want to get my hopes up so fast, as long as, of course, we break above this resistance over here, but not just break it. Remember, the support and resistance rule, we don't just break it, we need to break it, and the candle needs to close above that. If it doesn't, then that could be, again, another rejection or a fake out. So we're going to have to wait and see. There's another 10 seconds on the line over here. So we should be able to see where the price is going to be heading. 3 seconds. That's a big green candle, right? So let's wait for this candle to close. Once this closes, and I'll have more information if, you know what, this is a breakout, we're making higher highs, or if this is just another fake out and we're moving downwards again. Yes, I can see the parabolics are printing below. I do see the stochastic already, moving to the upside, which we are getting closer to, um, the overbought territory. But look at those wicks. Some indecision over here. Still trying to fight it out. What do you guys think? Do you think we're going higher? This is the decider. Okay, I think we're going higher. Now, the reason I placed another buy trade here is because we had this huge engulfing green candle to the upside, right? It broke the resistance. We can see that it broke the resistance over here, closed above it. The next candle had some wicks from the upside and the downside. But what is interesting here is that it closed in green again. So it opened over here and then closed, it closed, um, the closing price was above the opening price, which is showing me, or it's telling me that, you know what, we're still going higher. So that is the reason I went long from here. Unfortunately, my previous trade was unsuccessful. We can see it over here. Nevertheless, now we can actually understand where the price is more likely to head now. It was an unfortunate event here because this huge engulfing candle was printed right after I placed my sell trade. And these things actually can happen, guys. This is perfectly normal in trading. So the whole idea here is to be able to find, or to, of course, to be able to make more successful trades than unsuccessful. And that is why we need the higher percentage returns. Because if you had lower percentage returns, then you would need a lot more successful trades than unsuccessful trades. All right, guys, this looks, it's going exactly as we expect it to go right after the confirmation from here, which is actually good. How long left? 25 seconds on the clock. All right, look at that. USD with the Indonesian rupee, if I'm not mistaken, and the US dollar is just crushing it. It's making higher highs. Look at that. Another thing that I also mentioned to you also in my previous video, guys, when you're trading OTC, there we go, there's a profitability. When you're trading OTC, the chances of getting a fake outs, they're much higher. So you need to be careful with that. And speaking of fake outs, I think my next video, which is next week, is going to be all about fake outs, how you can spot fake outs and understand them so you don't fall in those traps. All right, guys, let's move on to find something different. This is making higher highs, higher lows. Let's see if we can find something better, something more interesting. Okay, here we have a resistance. And if I were to place my resistance level, would be something like perhaps this. Because I want to get the wick from the upside and the wick from the bottom, which should be right about here. Hi, sis. Welcome back. It is so good to see you. Hope you're having a nice day. You haven't missed much. We are trading. All right. I think this is still a resistance. We have some good support levels here, a resistance over here. Um, so if I were going to place a trade here, this is still telling me that the price is going higher. I do see some inverse head and shoulders. So you can see a shoulder over here, another shoulder over here, and then we can see here the neckline, which means that the likely scenario is that from here to here, you can see a very big um, area from here to here, right? It's very likely, or there is a chance where the price, let me see if I can draw it for you so you can actually see it better. All right. There's a good chance that the price could actually come all the way up here because of this inverse head and shoulders. For those of you who don't know, when you see an inverse head and shoulders, it's the exact opposite of head and shoulders, which means you see um, the shoulders on the left side or the right side, and another shoulder on the left side or the right side, and then you see a big neckline, which is technically something like this. And then that is basically a reversal that is going or should happen, and then you can also place your target based on the length of the neckline. So yes, very likely that the price could come back all the way up here. So this is something that I would technically kind of avoid to place a sell trade, but we do see some resistance, but I wouldn't say it's so strong the resistance for me to place that trade. So I think we should be looking at something else unless we see let's be a little bit, well, you know what? Let's just keep looking around to see what we can find. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we are at some kind of resistance here. No. There we go. Okay, we do have some kind of resistance here. Rejection here, rejection here. Fake out, yeah, could be. Support level here turned into resistance, and then this could be a resistance. Otherwise, there is our resistance over here, or then we're looking to come back all the way up here. But the thing is with this one is that we are making higher lows as well. You can see it from here. See this higher low from here to here, another higher low from here. Are we making higher highs? Let's see. Yep, we are making higher highs. You can see that. So very likely that the price could actually come all the way up here. But until then, we need to see if we can actually place any trade in between until that happens, right? So that wick is showing me some confidence over here that we might reject, but parabolic still showing me we're going to the upside. Let's see the next candle. What do you guys think? Is this a sell trade or a buy trade? What do you guys think? Whatever you guys say, I will place my trade. Take a look at the chart. Take a look at the parabolic SAR. Take a look at the resistance zone over here. Take a look at the stochastic, if you want, of course, and tell me, should I go for buy or sell? This is in your hands. Come on, guys. Sell trade. Let's go. Sell trade. Two people said sell. Three people said sell. Wow. Okay. Are you guys all in one group, or are you guys all in one like room and you're all together, or was it your analysis? Because that's very, very interesting that you all came up with sell. Now, it does make sense, the sell trade. It does make sense because we do have a resistance zone over here. The stochastic is also telling me kind of a sell. The parabolic, not yet. However, if we see a breakdown, the parabolic I think will change, and it will print from the top, from the bottom up. So we're looking to go lower. Let's see though. It looks like we're going in the right direction based on your call for now. Hopefully, you have made the right decision. There's $50. It looks like we're doing even better than I thought for now. Another 1 minute, 3 seconds on the clock. Let's see. It is struggling though to break this this zone over here, or is it not? All right, I'm getting ready for the parabolic to be printing right over, maybe somewhere up here, which means if this goes as you predicted it, then we are looking at a profitable trade. I don't like that wick though. I have to be honest. I do not like this wick. This is showing me that the buyers are pushing the price higher. I do not like the wick. It is this kind of signal that gives me and tells me a lot actually. And once you understand it more, you will see that when you see wicks, it means buyers and sellers are pushing a lot at the same moment. And of course, if the wick it closes like this, beautiful work, guys. That is a profitability. We are actually in profit at the moment, and that is because of you guys. Good call, really good call. Shall we move to another currency pair? Have you looked at another currency pair, or shall I keep looking and then I'll let you know if we should go buy or sell? Until you decide, let me keep looking. Okay, lower lows, clearly lower lows. Not sure about this one, but still making lower lows in my eyes. Ooh, this is on a downfall, but we've hit some support level here. But the thing is that, see that it's all downtrend. Some pullback here, downtrend, pullback, downtrend. So the chances are this is going to be broken. We could see some relief bounce, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we stick on this one or move to another currency pair? Guys, we are 25 minutes in. Like I always promise, guys, there is the promo code. Take advantage of it if you're looking to make a deposit. That's 100% deposit bonus. John Muya says that was an easy one, but should we wait for peace to hit? What's HH? I'm not sure if you're talking about this one still. This is breaking below. Waterfall. Buy or sell? Go on, guys. This is pretty much kind of textbook. Buy or sell? Oh, higher highs. Yes, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Guys, what do we do here? Buy or sell? You will avoid it. Okay. I would personally think that this would be a good sell opportunity. The reason why is because we are coming from a strong downtrend. From here, we've had some pullbacks and then to the downside, but again, you never know. So let's keep hunting. Nothing worth it. You guys have made any research about any other currency pair that you think is worth placing any trade? Wow. I will wait a little. Yeah, perhaps. Let's look at the 5 minute. What does 5 minute tells us here? Oh, wow. Okay. This is tricky. I would also avoid it. Done. Are you talking about this one, the USD with the ruble? Because for this one, let's analyze it a little bit, see what we have. Okay, our top was there, but it is moving higher though. What do you guys think? Do also see there we go. There's another nice support level over here. The support zone, very nice support zone. So, the best case scenario, if we're in an uptrend, of course, as I always usually say, guys, if we are in an uptrend, to always place your trade on the pullback and going with the trend. All right. Ooh, we have a rejection here. 19 seconds to go. All right, I placed the trade. However, I do want you to tell me the next trade. Should I go for a buy? Should I go for a sell? How do you guys see this one over here? Why is this? Let me just kind of annoying this one. There we go. All right. All right. So what do you guys think? Should we wait for the price to either head back up or head back down to place a trade? Or do you guys have any other currency pair that you would like me to have a look at, maybe place some trades, see how that works? All right, we are very close to my opening price. Although I do like this red candle over here, it does show me some kind of rejection along with the wick before. Stochastic also telling me that we could actually correct, come back over here. Parabolic is telling me that we're going higher for some reason. Let's see. 45 seconds on the clock. Let me share the promo code one more time, guys. It is right there on your screens. 35 seconds on the clock. Come on. 14 seconds. 12. Looking good for now. And if the price will come in this zone, I am going to place a buy trade. Boom. There we are. How many trades have we placed today? There we are, 50. So we placed 4 trades, 3 successful, and 1 was successful because of you guys, which I want to thank you very much. But keep it coming. Let me know. Let me know, what are we doing next? Are we going long or short? I do see some nice support and resistance over here. Zones. So it could be, again, respected nicely. 0 is the last one. All right. Guys, anybody here with me? Where are we going? Look at this. Look at this drop. It's like a magnet, you know? It's like come back here, and then boom to the upside. Shooting it back to the upside. I mean, we can see it happen so many times. Resistance, support level, beautiful support level. Look at that. Like a magnet. And then boom to the upside. Now, of course, it's not the best, strongest of them all, but still. Wow, look at that. This is still printing to the upside. That's interesting. Definitely this is going to change now. There we go. See that? Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense anymore. Guys, we're getting close to the support zone. Buy, sell, or wait. Look at that wick. Hammer. You know what a hammer means? A hammer, guys, it means that we are looking at something like this. Boom, boom. So, first it's green. Second is a long wick, like a cross, right? So, in technicality, if you study hammers, you will see that technically, when you see a hammer, that this should be a rejection to the upside. We are close to the support zone. But John says we wait and wait for a good candle that suggests it's resisting. Yep, you're absolutely right. But in essence, this this is still part of the resistance zone, because you can't have a perfect resistance line or a support line or whatever you want to call it. You see that how it's moving and moving to the upside? That is what I was technically expecting. Of course, I could be wrong, because price at the end of the day is still going to do whatever it wants to do. But these are kind of like signals that you read along the lines. So yeah, I still think it's going to go higher because of this hammer candle over here. And if you guys are interested to know more or learn more about different candlestick patterns, I can always make a video about those, because it's a very interesting. There's so many different kind of candles that you can actually read, and they can actually be useful. Of course, as I always say, nothing is 100% put in stone, 100% guaranteed. There is no such thing. But they can always help us at the end of the day to make more successful trades than unsuccessful trades. And with higher profitability, we can actually be able to achieve and make profit at the end of the day. So there you have it, guys. If I had placed my trade here, after 2 minutes, I would have actually made a profit. 1 minute over here and 1 minute over here. All right. Sis says, yes, we are. What are we? All right. Let's look at other currency pairs, guys. That's a very strong downward trend. Look at that. Boom to the upside again, was respected over here, support and to the upside. I don't like what I see now here. Kingsley Okroji says hi, welcome, welcome Kingsley, or shall I call you just King? Welcome to another live video here at Pocket Broker. All right, what do we have here? As I was just saying to everyone else, guys, King, if you have any currency pair that you would like me to analyze and, of course, place a trade, this is your time. I am actually going to place $50 based on what you tell me to do. If you want to go high or low, all you have to do is just choose a currency pair, tell me the direction, and then, of course, I'd like to know why. I do like that it's going in an uptrend. Parabolic showing me to the upside, but there's not much support or resistance here for me, to say, you know what, these are support levels or resistance zones that they can actually, give us more kind of a feedback. However, let me copy this and let's see if we can find more support levels down here. Well, this looks better. This looks much better. There you have it. There you have it, guys. Buy, sell, wait, or change currency pair. You decide. I'm waiting for your call. Okay, another red candle. So we could be going a little bit lower again. Come on, guys. You already made a beautiful, successful trade. You already told me a successful trade. I hope you're not shy. All right. All right. I went buy. I decided this. You did not tell me, but I'm still waiting for you guys to tell me if we're going to go buy or sell. I went buy because we do see some nice support zone over here. So on top of that, we can see a nice move to the upside. So we have a strong upward trend. We do see some pullbacks along the way. We can see from here, we can see one here, pullback, pullback, pullback. And I'm assuming pullback, but let's see. I will buy once this current candle closes. You mean this one, the 42nd one, or the previous one? Izio Koche. Do you mean I placed the right opening trade, or are you saying to buy after this red candle closes? Because it does seem like a red candle to me now. See, we are retesting this support zone. Clearly, we are retesting it. There is some nice rejections over here. So the story should rhyme again, unless it wants to create a new story and then just, break all this and go to the downside. But again, guys, typically history tends to repeat itself. And that is what we are looking at. The current candle, okay, it closed. So buy. I'm buying because you told me to. See, you said I will buy once this candle closes. And I did just that. I have now two trades to the buy zone. one that I decided to place a trade, and the second one Izio Koche told me to buy. So I hope you guys are cheering for Izio Koche because until now it looks like he has a right call. All right, my trade was profitable, excellent. Now we have one more trade on the line. All right, John Muya says, so we are using a 1 minute. Can you tell me why we use 2 minute expiring time and not one? And is it wrong to do so? So, John, that's a very, very good question. And let me tell you what I believe, not what is technically the most correct way. Now, of course, you can trade on a 1 minute candlestick time frame and you can trade on a 1 minute expiration time. You can do that. However, ask yourself if you do that. Do you think by putting a 1 minute candlestick time frame and a 1 minute expiration time gives you enough time, or does it give the market enough time to react based on your projection? Because at the end of the day, you're going to predict if the price is going to go higher or lower. Now, that is the reason that I personally believe that if you're going to trade on any time frame, and let's assume it's a 1 minute candlestick time frame, you are using more or higher than the candlestick time frame that you're actually trying to analyze the market with. But of course, what I will tell you and what I believe is the correct thing to tell you is whatever works for you, my friend. So, John, if it works for you to have a 1 minute candlestick time frame and 1 minute expiration time, go for it. Don't listen to anybody else. But if it doesn't, then experiment. See which expiry time and candlestick time frame works best for you. And that is why, guys, we have the demo account. All right, guys, unfortunately that was unsuccessful, but I still think Ezio is correct in his projection. And that is very, very important. And I don't want you guys to be feeling like, you know what, you were mistaken or you made a loss. And when you trade, I can actually understand you guys. If you play some trades and make some losses, you might think you're not good at it. But let me tell you something. Ezio Koche told me to buy after this candle, right? He's actually technically correct at because still for the time being the price is still bouncing from this support zone. So he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Of course, he's not wrong if he believes that this support zone over here is still holding up, and we should technically still bounce from here until shown otherwise. And to be honest, when he told me to buy, it was still showing the price is still being respected over here. But however, these wicks can of course make us make a loss in trades, and that's perfectly normal because it's part of trading. We can not be gurus or have a crystal ball and see exactly the perfect time and the perfect moment where we buy and we make 100% profitability, because there is no such thing. So what we're trading is on probabilities with information on the chart that can actually help us to predict if the price is going to go higher or lower. All right, guys, what is going on here? We did close finally below this zone over here, so we could actually see still could be a support zone, unless this candle decides to keep going to the downside, which means that we're actually changing direction or the pullback is stronger. So we still have this support zone over here. If this breaks, then of course we're going to be looking at a lower one, which should be somewhere about here. There it is. Or this could just be a fake out and then moving again to the upside, and this support zone is still going to be respected and still going to be fighting, or there's still going to be a fight between the buyers and the sellers. So if I were, you know what, it's still me. So what I would do is that I would wait now for this candle either to enter this zone or to enter this zone for me to place the trade accordingly. So it's still undecided. Let's see how it's moving. We are in the unknown, if you ask me, over here. Parabolic showing me a downtrend. And again, I need to see this candlestick close because now it's still moving. It could come all the way up here and then close below it, and then it will still means that we closed well below the support zone. So let's wait another 30 seconds and decide where this market is heading. USD EGP. Stochastic is way oversold, but in order for me, again, in order for you to get a more signal, let's say, from the stochastic, we need both those lines, not only the crossover like you saw here, but we need another crossover and these two lines to enter and close above this. All right, we are very close on this zone over here. So I still wouldn't call this a support zone yet. This is more like a resistance now for me. The reason why is because we are broken below it. I thought this was just perhaps a fake out, but then this closed below it and I was still trying to be cautious. And then we saw this one kind of a retest and then moving to the downside. Now, this zone over here is not very strong. Yes, we see some resistance over here, some support level over here, but I wouldn't say it's perfect. And I wouldn't say it's quite strong. So if you ask me, yes, we're still in an uptrend. And the level that you would have to watch in order for you to gain more, you know what, if this breaks, then that's it, will be this one right over here. This level here, let me copy this again. Right over here. And then the other one is right over here. So we can clearly see that we have been making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Well, if this is still uptrend intact and we are trying to take advantage of it, then we need the price never to come here or close all the way here. Yes, it is possible, but if we're going to keep intact with the higher lows, then that means that we need to have respect on these lines over here. All right, stochastic still undecided, but it's about to have a crossover, as you can see here. I do see the interesting. We could have a bounce from here now. Look at the stochastic, it's about to turn to the upside. Could this be the newer higher low? What do you guys think? We had one here, one here, one here. Could this be the new one? Or are we coming and retesting perhaps? But I don't know, it's not really a strong one over here. This could be it. So this hammer could be an indication that we might be shifting again to the upside. Let's wait and see. Guys, let me share with you the promo code one more time. There it is right there in front of you. So make sure you take advantage of it if you are looking to make your next deposit. A 100% deposit bonus is right within reach. All right, guys, a last trade if it gives us the opportunity to place a trade. What do you guys think? Is this a buy, sell, or avoid? Up to you guys. Buy, sell, wait, or avoid. Come on, guys, we don't have much time. We need to be quick when we're placing trades. When I say quick, of course, we need to analyze the market. When I say quick, I mean we're also running out of time here. So we need to catch the right moment to place the trade. Easy Coach says buy. I bought because you told me, buddy. So I'm with you. I do believe that this could be the new higher low. This was the moment of truth for me. I do like the crossover over here, although you can never be 100% sure. But I'm with you. 1 minute, 35 seconds on the clock. Hopefully, this is just a wick and it's going to still bounce to the upside. Come on. Come on. Yes. More to the upside. Come on. 4 more seconds. Upside. Come on. We're still in the range, so that's still good. Yes. Move to the upside. Yes. Pump it. Come on, buyers. Where are you? Where are those buyers? There we go. Look at that. Come on. 46 seconds to go. Alrighty. Looking good. Looking good. I do like this zone over here that it has created a nice support level over here. It is respecting the zone. Look at that. The more it moves over here, the more confident I become. And we are very likely to see the parabolic print right over here below on the next candle. Look at that, guys. Is that beautiful or what? You know, when I look at something like that, I think it's art. Beautiful. 5 seconds to go. Boom. Guys, please shout out to Izio Coche 8866, who was correct once again. Even though the previous one did end up in a loss, he was still correct. Well done, buddy. Thank you very much. Technically, we started right over here. So we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. We did them together and only 2 were unsuccessful. What does that tell you guys? That actually I'm walking out with a profit because I made more successful trades than unsuccessful trades, and we did that together. Beautiful wick over here, which means only one thing: we are going higher. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me move on to the full screen. There we are, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video today. If you did, I'd very much appreciate it, guys. If you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think if you enjoy these videos. And of course, let me know what kind of videos that you want me to make in the future, because these videos, guys, are done for you guys. So I hope this was a useful video. It was interesting for you. We had some fun. I'm walking out with some profit. So again, thank you once again for joining this live session. Hope you have a nice week ahead. And as usual, guys, I will see you next weekend, same time, same day, because there's more videos like this coming up. In the meantime, take care, and I wish you all the success in trading. Goodbye.